And now I won't just be joined by Lioness Lianne Sanderson. I'm joined by the talkSPORT Lionesses correspondent Courtney Sweetman-Kirk out in Switzerland. Courtney, how are you feeling ahead of tomorrow?
Hello, Courtney.
Yeah, I mean, excited. Hello, both. I'm really excited. Obviously, I'm a little bit nervous as well. But yeah, it's almost like the game day feeling that you had as a player. You just want the game to come and be enthralled in that rather than thinking about all the stuff before and making you a little bit nervous.
Now, before we crack on, yesterday you spoke to Sarina Wiegman about the biggest bit of team news, let's be honest, the fitness of Lauren James, which England are sweating over a bit. Here's what Wiegman had to say.
Serena, first of all, can we just start with a quick fitness update on Lauren James, if that's okay?
Yes, she's still recovering, doing some things on the pitch, and of course we have 2 more days, time to get her fit for the game.
Courtney, lovely to see you as always. You getting any sleep, mate? Literally, you're non-stop. I love it. But about Lauren James...
Exactly. We don't need sleep in a major tournament.
No. Lauren James, right, this whole situation, like... Yes, she trained today, but I don't know, I can't help but think this whole situation's been a bit mismanaged, Courtney. Because coming into this tournament, we had about 4 players that were coming in playing hardly any minutes. You know, she's played every game. She comes out at half-time in the game before, and I have a feeling that, this could have a domino effect her in the season. I know we're not focusing on, the WSL season, but if I was Chelsea, I'd be absolutely fuming.
Exactly. I think Sonia Bonpastor will be sort of watching through her hands at obviously everything that's going on. And you're right. I mean, just to say, Lauren James was out training this morning. We get access to the first 15 minutes, which is pretty much the warm-up. So, yes, she was out. She looked fine. Although, Lianne, you know as well as I do, obviously after that sort of warm-up, she might be off the pitch or she might be doing something specific to herself. She's not necessarily training with the full team, but, that remains to be seen. But you're right in terms of Lauren James and the way she's come into the tournament. She's fighting for fitness. I think she's done extremely well, but that's the problem I think with the way that now England have won these games. It's not been easy. It's not been a case of with most games you can bring your best player off after 70 minutes and rest them. I know in the first game I think it was 60 she came off, but she was managed on minutes. But in an ideal world you want to be comfortable in these games so you can obviously bring players off, where for England we've not had that luxury in most of the games. So I think you're right in terms of the management of certain players. It's been a needs must because you want your best players on the pitch, but obviously when you're coming back from injury, those little niggles, or if you get caught on the ankle, your body's not quite as robust as it normally is. So maybe sort of, if we're 3 months into the season, you ride that challenge and you recover really well, but when you're coming back from an injury, it's not the same. So yeah, I think Georgia Stanway's another one that's been mentioned. I think she's not quite looked up to full fitness as well, and the way that she normally gets box to box, I think sometimes she struggled a little bit with her energy. So we're in an unfortunate circumstance where the likes of Lauren James, Lauren Hem, Alex Greenwood and Georgia Stanway are coming into the tournament hardly playing any football. Yeah,
and obviously Leah as well was carrying that injury. She came off in that game. But I want to talk about, this Lionesses team and their resilience, Courtney, because a lot of people are speaking about them saying, they're not playing their best football. We've not played well. But isn't that the testimony of a top side that could just find a way? You can never write them off. Their resilience is unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, the resilience and the mentality is absolutely incredible. It's on a different level to be able to be in that situation and time after time pull yourself out. And, in terms of the performance to an extent, doesn't matter. If you get into a major tournament final, if you go and win it, if they back-to-back Euros winners, no one talks about the performances in 10 years, however many years. But I will caveat with that, it does worry me to an extent where if we are 1-2-0 down to Spain, they are the type of team that they will not let you back into the game the way that maybe Sweden or Italy did, and that's the bit that worries me. Yes, like I say, if we go and win it, couldn't care less, but those just level of performances at times worry me against a Spain team that for me are the best in the world at the minute.
Talking of England getting back into the game, and I'm not sure if the hand might be forced because of the Lauren James situation, but Courtney, where do you stand on whether you start Michelle Adjumang and Chloe Kelly in this game? I'm seeing Lianne Sanderson opposite me shake her head. What do you think about this, Courtney? Have they been too effective off the bench?
I'll be honest. Yeah, it's hard. I've been shouting for Chloe Kelly to start for the last few games, so I will stick by that. I think that Chloe deserves to start. It's difficult with Michelle. She's 19 years old. She's come on. She's made a fantastic impact. I just worry. You know where you are with Chloe. She's been there and done it at the highest level, both internationally and domestically. So you know if you put her in from the start, that she's she'll be able to perform. She knows what that pressure feels like. The only caveat I have with Michelle in that sense is, does she freeze in that moment? She probably doesn't. I've been around her, I've interviewed her, and actually she's been really calm and composed. Such a humble player and sort of complete different in terms of how she is on the pitch. So, you know, she bursts onto the scene, she's powerful, she's gregarious, she's got, you know, great technical ability, whereas off the pitch she's you know, like I say, very quiet. So that would be the caveat I would have with Michelle. I think I still would say she's better to come back on the pitch as an impact player, but Chloe Kelly is the one that I would like to see from the start.
Yeah, I agree with you, Courtney, on that one. I don't know what more Chloe Kelly has to do, and I have a feeling that Serena, you know, we all think we're an England manager, don't we, at major tournaments, but I have a feeling that Beth Mead will play instead of Lauren James, and I think Chloe Kelly deserves the opportunity. Like Michelle Adjumang, I agree with you, 19 years old, and Serena's not going to change that. I can't see her starting in this game. I understand why people are kind of clambering for Michelle to start, but Alessia Russo doesn't come out of the team.
Courtney, I've got to ask you as well.
Yeah, and for me, Alessia Russo's played really well as well. Yeah, just saying, Alessia Russo, I know she's not scored the amount of goals that people are expecting, but actually she's played consistently well in the way she links the play. And I think what Lianne said about Beth Mead's probably right, because when Lauren James did come off at half-time, it wasn't Chloe Kelly that came on, it was Beth Mead. So, yeah, I probably agree with that, what Lianne said as well.
Sorry, I just jumped in front of you there, Courtney, but I did want to ask you about the opposition, of course, tomorrow, Spain, who were so formidable. What an amazing team they are. Of course, it's a repeat of the World Cup final as well. How do you go about beating them?
I don't think you let the midfield take control. It's the best midfield in the world. There's no doubt about that. So if there's a way of stopping that, we were talking about it earlier actually, like do you, for example, play a Mark Bonmatí? I don't think you do, because the problem is the other two are that intelligent that if you man mark her, then they leave gaps for Alexia Putellas and Patry. So I think it's about how you stop them getting on the ball. So in terms of potentially the high press, making sure that it's really compact and there's no gaps to play into the midfield, so then they can get on the ball and turn. I think that's how you stop them. And also they play a very high line. They get dragged to the centre forward. So for me, I think Alessia Russo is going to play a really crucial role in how she has all tournament, in linking the play, almost drawing defenders in, so then we can set the ball, either go straight over the top of her, or if Alessia then can set the ball back and then get it in behind for whoever may start, because you know, sort of our forward players, whoever starts, I think has got the pace on that Spain back line. So that's how I would go about it.
I'd say Courtney for the next England manager. Look at those tactical analysis, amazing. No, I think, you know, I agree with you. Spain are the best team in the world. I love watching them. It's amazing. But do you think we could take any confidence from the fact against Switzerland and against Germany, like I thought they were quite poor?
Yeah, 100%. I think if you'd asked me that question at the group stage, I'd have gone absolutely no chance. But you're right, when they've come up a bit against the stiffer opposition in Germany, I think we all watch that sort of as lionesses stands thinking, actually, I feel a bit better watching that. That said, obviously, Aitana Bonmatí then puts in a special moment where she goes into that position, and the turn and the finish was excellent. So I agree with you. It's still going to be difficult, but that made me feel a little bit better. But, you know, we've got quality, the lionesses. I know we've not always shown it in the best way in this tournament, but we have got so much quality in this side, the determination as well, the resilience, the guts that it's taken for them to pick them back up. So I'm just looking forward to a really good final and hopefully celebrating a lionesses win at the end. Courtney,
you've been working non-stop. Hope you managed to get some sort of sleep before the final tomorrow. talkSPORT's lionesses correspondent and future England manager Courtney Sweetman-Kirk, thank you very much for coming on.
Thanks, Colt. See you tomorrow.
Cheers, guys. See you soon.
There we go. Courtney there. God, that tactical analysis,
Love Courtney,
by the way.
he's top.
Get her in the dressing room.
Yeah, she's brilliant. Love her.
Amazing stuff.